running here. Alrighty, well, welcome back. We are back again with some more Pokemon Run and Bun. Continuing on where we picked up last. This stream is a pretty big one because I've been making my way through the trainers of the 8th gym, and now there's only technically 3 battles left, including Juan himself. And I think I have good lines for all of the rest of the fights. And I believe they should all be sackless and riskless, if I planned everything correctly. So, yeah, but these fights are pretty tricky, including this first one here, which is a back-to-back with no healing in between. And the second battle is in Permanent Hail. After that, it's a regular double battle in Permanent Hail, and then one is a true double battle, but thankfully not in Hail. So, yeah, so some pretty tricky fights, but I think we got the tools that we need to get it done. So, yeah, definitely feeling a lot of nerves. I'm really excited to be at this far into the game, and I'll be really happy if I could be able to claim the final gym badge of this game today. So, yeah, I already have the back-to-back prepped already, so, yeah, let me just triple check all my items here. We got Sneasel with Shell Bell, Citrus Berry Electrode, Citrus Berry Urshifu, Assault Vest, Dragapult, Shed Shell, Infernape, and Choice Scarf Arcanine. So this should be everything that I need. But I am gonna keep my calcs open just to triple check step by step that I'm doing everything correctly here. So, yeah, because one little mishap and I could very easily lose the run, even at this point, so. But yeah, I think if I could get past this first back-to-back, I think this was the trickiest one for me to figure out. If we could get past this one, then I'll feel a lot better for the other fights. So, yeah, let's see. Oh, my game crash. What the heck? Why did my game crash? That's embarrassing. Let's get that back up again. Hopefully that doesn't happen during a fight. Let's see. I have my last save, right? Alright, yeah. Let me see. Do I have any other additional apps that I don't need open right now? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so yeah, let's go head to the first of the fights that we have here. So we made it past these two. So this was also a consecutive, but it wasn't a back-to-back. I was able to heal and swap my party in between the battles, but for this one I can't. I can't heal or swap battles in between each fight, so yeah. So I have to do the ice puzzle, I believe, and then get up there. Let me see. Alright, cool. So let me save right here. triple check one more time. We have all the right gear. Shell Bell, Citrus, Salt Vest, Shed Shell, Choice Scarf. Alright. Let me just triple check the calc one last time. Swap. KO, bait, swap. Yeah. Alright, I think we're good. What's up in the chat, you guys? John Maith, Dandy's World. Appreciate you guys popping in. Hope you're having a good Friday today. Alright, so I think we're all good here. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, Lady Brianna. Alright, so this is a back-to-back fight, this is the first one. This fight is pretty tricky because this trainer starts off with a Kabutops that has weak armor holding a focus sash. This is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald called Pokemon Run&Bun. It's considered the hardest currently ROM hack for any Pokemon game. And I've been recording my Nuzlocke of it. And we're about to try to get the 8th gym badge here, so yeah. As you guys will see, I'm going to explain my turn-by-turn process for these fights, and you'll see why they're so complicated. So Kabutops here has the move Stealth Rocks, and with the combination of weak armor and Focus Sash, it's really difficult to prevent it from setting up Stealth Rocks. Because if I try to use Fake Out on my Sneasler, it'll double its speed and outspeed me and be able to KO. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my Sneasler. Kabutops is very, very likely to set up Stealth Rocks. It could 2% chance go for an attack, which in this case would be Liquidation. Either of which is perfectly fine, so we're gonna let it set up Stealth Rocks here. I'm just gonna swap directly to my Electrode to start off. Yeah, so we see Stealth Rocks there. Alright, so now that Kabutops has set up Stealth Rocks, it's now gonna go for either an attack on my Electrode, which would be Stone Edge, or use Metal Sound. It's a 60-40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Volt Switch to deal some damage, breaking the Focus Sash, and Volt Switch is not a contact move, so it won't trigger the weak armor, so it'll remain its normal speed. So we'll go for a Volt Switch here. And we're going to Volt Switch to my Urshifu on either a Stone Edge or Metal Sound. Yep, so there's a Stone Edge. We'll take it pretty well. Alright, so now Kabutops is it is faster than me, but with the damage from the Volt Switch, a Sucker Punch will out-prioritize and be able to KO. He might go for a Metal Sound, which would be perfectly fine as well. But Sucker Punch will always KO from here. Alright, so Kabutops goes down. Next thing that should come in is a Selgor. Alright, and this is a Life Orb Selgor with spikes. So the AI is going to want to set up both hazards. But right now, Selgor sees a fast KO on my Urshifu with Focus Blast. So I am going to swap to my Dragapult to be immune to this incoming attack here. So take the Stealth Rocks, Focus Blast doesn't affect us, and now Selgor is either going to set up spikes or attack with Buzz, Bug Buzz, but we're holding a Assault Vest, so this thing can't do that much damage to me. So one or two Dragon Darts will be able to KO this Selgor from here. Oh, so it attacked. Actually, that was the lesser likely of the options, but it actually works out a little better. Because after Life Orb, Dragon Darts is a guaranteed KO. Alright, so Selgor goes down. Next thing that should come in is Togedemaru. Oh, Whiscash. That shouldn't have happened. Why did that happen? Yeah, that wasn't the right order. It should have been... It should have always been Togedemaru there. Yeah, that's pretty bad, because... Yeah, Togedemaru was supposed to come in, I was supposed to take it out with Infernape, but now this is out of order. Yeah, I have no idea why... It should have been Togedemaru, because I showed that I'm faster and I outspeed both of them. Or, I'm faster and I outdamage them both, so I should have just baited in order. Alright, well that's not good, because now I have to steer. This is not a good start off. Alright, well, at least with Dragapult out, Whiscash can't go for Earthquake. I mean, it can't go for Dragon Dance, so that's good at least. But let's see. Unfortunately, Dragon Darts isn't a guaranteed two-shot. I could stay in and take an Earthquake for the KO. That would then bait Togedemaru, and the line should always be intact. But it's only an 81% chance. could try going Urshifu. And I can KO with 2 Wicked Blows. And that would also bait Togedemaru. Alright, so I think I should still be fine. I can at least keep Dragapult in for 1 turn. And start off with a Dragon Darts to deal some damage. I can always take at least 1 Earthquake. Earthquake crit deals at most 184. Yeah, so I always live 1, and then after that I can then swap to Urshifu and always be able to KO with a Wicked Blow. And then Urshifu would be able to then bait Togedemaru instead of Gothitelle. So what's up in the chat, you guys? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this game plan right now because the wrong Pokemon came in that I expected would come in. So let's see. Yeah, so I think I stay in with Dragapult and deal at least 1 attack. If I get a high roll and it looks like I do more than half health, then I can KO with another Dragon Darts. If not, then I can swap to Urshifu. I just have to be careful of Stealth Rock's chip. So yeah. But he can't go for Dragon Dance, fortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna stay in and attack once with Dragon Darts to deal some damage. As it goes for an Earthquake. So, yeah, that looks really close. That might not be guaranteed Dragon Darts KO from there. So, right now it's always going for Earthquake. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 98 HP. Yeah, it's guaranteed Earthquake. Let's see. If I go Urshifu, I'm gonna have to calc this out really quick, so Urshifu is right now at 238 HP. I do have Citrus Berry. So, let's see. At most, let me get calculator. So max roll Earthquake crit on Urshifu deals up to 126 damage. So we're at 238. 238 minus max roll 126 is 110. I do have Citrus, so let's see, that would heal 76, so I would be at 86 HP. 186 HP, minus some Stealth Rocks damage. Yeah, so I think this should be fine. Because Urshifu also ensures that Togedemaru gets baited in, and Togi will always go for Iron Tail, and that's what I originally wanted, so... Yeah, so I think this is the plan. We'll go Urshifu on the Earthquake here. So here's an Earthquake. We should get Citrus Berry proc here, so that's really good. And now, Wicked Blow is a guaranteed KO after that Dragon Darts. And we should always be baiting in Togedemaru here. So, Witchcast goes down. And we should see Togi. Good. Okay. Alright, so I think we're back on track now. Brandon Lee, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in the chat. Hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, the goal right now is trying to beat this Pokemon battle. That something went wrong, so I had to change my plans on the fly. But I think I figured it out now. So, Togi here should be always going for Iron Tail against my Urshifu. This thing has Sturdy and has a Salac Berry. So I am going to go to my Infernape. We should be holding Shed Shell, perfect. And we'll take an Iron Tail pretty well here. Take some Shift there from the Stealth Rocks. We take an Iron Tail. Defense drops perfectly fine. Alright, so now we can just first go for a Fake Out to break the Sturdy. And then we can just KO with an Overheat. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now, this just leaves in a Gothitelle. And it's a Shadow Tag Gothitelle, but my Infernape is holding a Shed Shell, allowing me to swap out. And this thing is always going for Psychic, I believe it should be. Yep, because it always sees a KO. So this allows me to swap back to Urshifu. On the incoming Psychic here. Perfect. And then now we're just faster and we can just one tap with a Wicked Blow. Okay, it's alright, we steered around that. But that definitely doesn't boost my confidence. So that's the first fight down, but now we immediately drop below the floor and trigger a second battle without healing in between. So yeah, I can't heal or swap my party in between these fights, so I just have to go right into it. And this fight is in permanent hail, so more fun stuff. Hopefully I planned this one alright, because this one's the harder of the two to deal with, if not. Alright, so last Pearl. So she leads a Cryogonal, and I intentionally kept Sneasler in the front of my party for this second battle. So Cryogonal here wants to set up Aurora Veil and all that stuff, but with Sneasler in, we can just outspeed and one-shot with a close combat. Alright. So Cryogonal goes down. This should always be bringing in Sigilif next. Perfect. Alright, and this Sigilif has Calm Mind with stored power, with a weakness policy, which all can be pretty scary. But right now, it sees after the close combat a guaranteed KO with Air Slash. So I'm going to swap to my Arcanine, which can take it very well. Yeah, so there's Air Slash. Alright, so now from here, Sigilif can't go for Calm Mind because it sees that I can one-shot it with Head Smash. And I basically wall it from this point, but the Sigilif is faster than me naturally. Because of Air Slash, I could get flinched to death. So instead, I gave my Arcanine the Choice Scarf, so I can outspeed it, not worrying about flinches. And Rock Slide's not a one-shot, so I'm not going to go for that. I'm going to just go for 2 Flare Blitz, because Flare Blitz is not a super effective move. So 2 Flare Blitz will do the job on this Sigilif here. And it's just going to go for another Air Slash. We'll take some more hail damage. The other Flare Blitz does the trick. And this should always be bringing in the Electivire next. Perfect. Alright, so Electivire comes in, and let me just triple check this here. Electivire should only be able to see a KO with Weather Ball after all that damage. Oh no, not Weather Ball, Focus Blast. So it's guaranteed Focus Blast here. So that is the perfect move for me to swap back to my Sneasler here, which can take it pretty well. So there's a Focus Blast. We'll take that. Alright, and now from here should be pretty much checkmate, because Electivire here always gets KO'd with a Fake Out plus Close Combat combo. So we'll go for Fake Out first. And I'm just holding a Shed Shell just to help with residual damage from the hail here. It's not really necessary, but I never use the Shed Shell, so might as well. Alright, so now Close Combat is a guaranteed KO from here. So Electivire goes down. And now this should just bait down the line. So we should see Walrein come in. Walrein comes in, but simply gets one-tapped by another close combat. Alright, so Walrein goes down. And then lastly, this just leaves a bear tick. And bear tick does have slush rush, which gets doubled speed when the hail's up, but bear tick's so slow that my Sneasler still outspeeds it, even with slush rush, and we can just KO with another close combat. All right, very nice. That second fight went much cleaner, thankfully. All right. So I don't know what happened with that first fight, but yeah. I looked at the calcs again, and I still don't know where my mistake was there. So. Hopefully we don't run into that. So we only have 2 more battles left. We have a double battle in the hail, and then one after that, so... Let's go ahead and heal and save, and let's prep for that next fight here. See. Here's the next one here. Another also tricky double battle. But I think we have a pretty good line for it. I believe. And I should have everything prepped. I had it ready in the calcs here, so let me just look at my calcs one last time, and then I'll set up the team here. So let's see. Sneasler up front with Beedrill second slot. Yeah, I think we're looking good here. Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you again. Has been a while. Have you been? It's good to see you back here again. Hope you've been having a good day today. You caught back at a good time. I'm taking down the end of the 8th gym here. Alright, so for this fight, we're leading Sneasler still, but we need Beedrill. We need Octagoon. Finally coming out of the box after a while. We need... Hydreigon. We need Togi and Infernape. Alright, so for for this fight, let me see. We need to level up Obstagoon to the level cap. So let me go and do that here. Alright, good. Alright, and then for items, we need black belt for Sneasler. We need Flame Orb on Obstagoon. Alright. We need... let's see. Let's see. I could give Hydreigon the Dragon Fang. Let's see. Alright, and then we don't need an item for either Infernape or Togi. Alright, and that should be it. So let me look at the line again here. Yeah. Yeah, I think this should all be good here. Light, Flame Orb, Dragon Fang, no item, no item. Yeah, I really gotta make sure because something went wrong with the baiting in the very first fight, so I definitely don't want to take my chances here and overlook something. we're good. So let's go ahead and head over to this next double battle here, which is the last fight before Juan himself. So you drop down. Gotta solve the puzzle again. Thankfully, the creator changed it so that you only have to do one ice puzzle here, because you can just walk up and do this next fight here. So let me save. And again, this fight is also in permanent hail. So let me save. Triple check. Yeah, I did all my calcs here with hail up. So we should be looking good. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tricky double battle. There's gonna be a lot of strategic switching that I'm gonna have to do for this. But other than that, it should be good. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and do this here. Beauty, Tiffany, and Olivia come in. Alright, so this is a double battle, again, in Permanent Hail. They lead Empoleon and Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme is holding a Focus Sash here, which is a bit of a problem. But what we're gonna do is Sneasler is simply gonna outspeed and one-shot Empoleon with a close combat. And a regular Beedrill is slower than Mr. Rhyme, and Mr. Rhyme sees a guaranteed KO with Psychic. However, and this thing also has Fake Out, so it's showing a fast KO means that I won't use Fake Out here. But as a Mega Beedrill, I do outspeed, and I can bring it down to 1 HP with a U-turn here. And I'm gonna U-turn Mr. Rhyme. So we go Mega Beedrill. U-turn goes off. Brings it down to Sash. And I'm gonna swap in for my Obstagoon on the incoming Psychic, who will be immune to it. And close combat KOs here. So Empoleon goes down, and we should see Mamoswine come in its place. There's a Psychic, perfect. And Flame Ward should proc here, right? I triple checked this. Yeah, perfect. Whew. I got a little scared there. Yeah, because I U-turned, I swapped in the middle of the turn, and Flame Orb procs at the end of a turn. So, yeah, I triple checked to make sure that that's how that works. Mammoth Slime comes in, because even though I do technically outspeed and one-shot the Mammoth Slime with Sneasler as well, it's also holding a Focus Sash. So it swaps in because it sees that it's not going to get KO'd, and it's always going to go for high horsepower. And Mr. Rhyme also always sees a KO on my Sneasler with only Psychic. So both of them are attacking Sneasler. Let me just triple check their ranges here. Yeah, so it should be guaranteed Psychic and high horsepower onto the Sneasler side. So I'm going to swap to my Hydreigon, who, because of Levitate, is immune to both of those incoming attacks. So we won't take any damage on the swap in here. And I'm going to hit Mammoth Swine with a Guts Boosted Facade to deal some damage here. Yep, so there's high horsepower, and there's Psychic. So we'll take some Hail. Obstagoon will take a Burn Chip as well. All is accounted for. Alright, so now with both of their Focus Sashes broken, I could simply outspeed and KO the Mr. Rhyme with any moose. Obstagoon was the choice here because Mammoth Swine does have Ice Shard, which is going to go for it because it sees that we KO it. But my Obstagoon is faster and Sucker Punch will out-prioritize, allowing me to hit it first. So we're both going to outspeed and get the double KO on both of these guys here. So Mamma goes down, and Mr. Rhyme goes down. Alright, and then we should see both, the two that are gonna come in should be Mandibuzz and, what's his face? The, Como-O. Mandibuzz and Como-O should come in next. So let's see, Como-O, perfect, and Mandibuzz. Perfect. Alright, so on this turn, my Hydreigon simply outspeeds and one-shots this Como-O with a Draco Meteor. And this will get rid of completely the right side. And then Mandibuzz here doesn't see a KO and has Tailwind. So right now it's guaranteed to set up a Tailwind this turn, which we are going to allow it to do. And I will swap my Obstagoon in for my Infernape here. So we drop a Draco. Oh, nice crit. It's not necessary, but love to see it. So that completely gets rid of the left side, and there's the Tailwind. So now there's just two Mons left on the Mandibuzz side. However, Tailwind is currently up, so we want to basically stall turns until Tailwind has subsided. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a fake out chain. Classic Nuzlocke strategy here. So I'm going to swap in... Mandibuzz is going to go for a random move, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to swap my Hydreigon for my Togedemaru here. And I'm going to use Fake Out on Mandibuzz, preventing it from attacking. And this thing does have a Rocky Helmet, so it will deal residual, but it's perfectly fine in this case. Alright, so now, with Toki just being brought in, I can now fake it out again, preventing it from moving. And I will swap my Infernape into my Sneasler. So there should be one more turn of Tailwind here. So I am going to now swap in Togi for my Hydreigon. And again, use another Fake Out on Mandibuzz here. Fake Out. Again, it can't move. And Tailwind should peter out this turn. Perfect. Alright, so now it's no longer faster than us. And we can just double down and sweep the rest. So we'll take Mandibuzz out. It's very bulky, but Draco Meteor plus Close Combat should always KO from this point. Oops! Nice crit. It didn't even need the Draco there. That's funny. Yeah, we'll take Rocky Helmet, but again, perfectly fine. And then, last thing up in here is a Arctovish with Water Gem Fisher's Rend, but Sneasler just outspeeds and always one-shots with a close combat. Alright, and there we go. That is the fight. Very, very nice, very clean. Alright, and with that, all we got left is Juan himself. So, let's go back and heal and prepare for this last fight. And hopefully, if I again did everything correctly, we should come out of this with all 8 gym badges in Run&Bun. Which, super happy to be able to get this far on this attempt. Alright, so let me save and pull up the calcs for Juan's battle. Juan is also a double battle, but it's a true double battle, so I can't just focus down one side like I did that last fight. But this one is not in permanent hail, so that helps things a lot. So, but he has a crazy team. He's got Megas, multiple pseudo-legendaries, regular legendaries, you know, everything you should expect at this point. But I think we have a riskless and sackless line for this fight, if I calc everything right. So let me get this set up here. So for this fight, we need Urshifu. We need Togedemaru. We need... Let's see. We need Gengar. We need Dragapult. We need Primarina and Sneasler. That should be the team to do it here. So, and then let me just double check the line one last time. Swap. Speed KO. Swap. Back to you. Bait you. Spiky Shield. Swap. KO. Swap. I think we're looking good here. So, for items, oh yeah, let me swap my team. Haven't done that yet. So, yeah, we need Urshifu up front. We need Togedemaru up second. We need Gengar. First time coming out of the box. Not gonna do a whole lot, but gonna be very helpful for this fight. Then we need Dragapult. We need Primarina. And Sneasler in the back. And then for items, I need to give the dragon thing to Dragapult. I need to give the Choice Scarf to Urshifu. I need to give the Silk Scarf to Togedemaru. And I'll explain why. Very intricate tech that I'm going to be doing with this. And then I need to go get a Choice Band for Nuzlocke. Let me see. Let me update. Yeah, it looks a little wonky, but there's what Juan's team's looking like. So let's go swap out. Get the Choice Band. Give that to Sneasler. Alright. So that should be it as far as the items go. And then I do need to level up Gengar to at least level 86. So let me do that here. So Gengar at level 86. And then Togi needs to be at least level 99. Level up once here. Alright. And let me just triple check one thing here. Plus 12. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, let's see. Choice Scarf, Silk Scarf, no item. Dragon Fang, no item. Choice Band. Yep, I think we're good. Let's go ahead over to 1. Whew. Can't believe we're at this point. This run has been a long and treacherous one. But can't believe I've made it all the way to the final gym of this game. Alright, there he is. Let's go and save. Triple check everything one final time. We're good. Triple checked everything. Falling for nerves, but everything looks good, at least on my end here. Whatever happens, happens. I can at least say that I made it this far. Alright. Let's do this. Leader 1, 8th gym. Alright, so this fight is a double battle. And Juan's got some pretty tricky mons to deal with. And I have to do things in a very specific order. But he leads a Sneasler and a Glalie, which is a Mega Glalie. Sneasler right now sees a fast KO only onto my Togedemaru because I gave my Urshifu a Choice Scarf. So Urshifu is faster than Sneasler, even at a -1 speed nature, thankfully. And is only going to be attacking Togi. And this thing also has Fake Out, but it's not going to use it because, again, he's a fast KO with always close combat. So what I'm going to do is, with the Choice Scarf, I'm gonna lock myself on Urshifu into close combat and one-shot this Mega Glalie. This thing has Protect, which it could use, but because of Urshifu's Unseen Fist ability, we'll just simply KO even through Protect. So, close combat KOs Glalie, and because Sneasler's not using Fake Out and it doesn't have Inner Focus, I can use Fake Out myself with Togi, dealing some damage, and this Fake Out is boosted by a Silk Scarf, and that's going to be coming into play at the very end of the fight, and I'll explain why. So we see Mega Glalie. Just Fake Out and close combat. So Mega Glalie goes down. Next up should be Keldeo. Perfect. Alright, and again, Urshifu outspeeds both these guys because of Choice Scarf. And so they're only going to be attacking Togedemaru because they see KOs with both Close Combat and Sacred Sword. Keldeo is scary because it has Muddy Water, which could be spread damage, and has Coaching to boost its partners. But because it always sees a KO, it'll never use those moves. So on this turn, I'm going to go for a Close Combat on Keldeo. Close Combat is a guaranteed 2-shot on this Keldeo here. So we're going to go for 1 hit. And I will Spiky Shield with Togi on both incoming attacks here. Close Combat. And Secret Sword. Alright, so again, Keldeo is, and both of them are going to be attacking, but another Close Combat is going to take out Keldeo from here. And I will be swapping in my Togi on an incoming Close Combat into Gengar. Will be immune to the incoming attack here. Close Combat. And Keldeo goes down. We see Close Combat from Sneasler. Perfect. And this should always be bringing in Salamence. Alright, and again, Salamence, very scary mon. Very strong. This thing also has Tailwind, which could be a nightmare if it does set up. But right now, Salamence sees a guaranteed KO on my Gengar with only Dragon Rush. And Sneasler sees a guaranteed KO on my Urshifu with Close Combat after my usages. So I'm going to do a double swap here. Urshifu is going to be taking a Close Combat from Sneasler. So I'm going to swap Urshifu into my Dragapult. And Gengar is going to be taking the Dragon Rush from Salamence. So I'm going to swap Gengar into my Primarina. And we will be immune to both incoming attacks. Perfect. Alright, so now, in this position, with a Dragon Fang, my Dragapult outspeeds and always one-shots a Salamence with a Draco Meteor. Sneasler sees a guaranteed fast KO on my Primarina with always Poison Jab. So this allows me to swap back into Togi, who will be immune to the incoming Poison Jab here. Salamence goes down. And we should see Poison Jab into Togi. Perfect. And now we should see Basculegion. Alright, so again, Sneasler only sees a fast KO on Togedemaru with, again, close combat. Basculegion is technically slower than both my Dragapult and Togedemaru, and it does see KOs onto both of them. So right now, the Basculegion is going to be a 50-50 to either Spirit Shackle my Dragapult or Aqua Tail my Togedemaru. Either which is going to be perfectly fine, because from here I'm going to swap out Dragapult and bring back in Urshifu. And then I will go for a Spiky Shield on the incoming attacks from Sneasler and maybe Basculegion here. Spiky Shield. Close combat. And Aqua Tail. Good. Perfect. Now, with Urshifu back in and holding the Choice Scarf, I'm no longer locked into close combat, and I can outspeed and one-shot the Basculegion with Wicked Blow. So we'll go for Wicked Blow on the Basculegion, and Sneasler is again going for a close combat onto my Togi. I'm going to swap into my own Sneasler, which is going to look very scary, but even a maxwell crit close combat from the Sneasler, I am always guaranteed to live. This thing has also Poison Touch, but because Sneasler is also Poison type, I can't get poisoned. So I'll be outspeeding and KOing the Basculegion and always surviving this incoming close combat. So yeah, Basculegion will Aqua Jet Urshifu because it sees that I KO. Wicked Blow takes it out. So Basculegion goes down. My Sneasler is going to take a close combat here. We always live, and this very crucially lowers the other Sneasler's defenses. Now, last in is Glastrier. Very tanky, very strong with Glacial Lance, spread move in this game, or in regular games too. It can be a huge problem, but with all the residual damage that Sneasler has taken, the opponent's side, the Fake Out and the Spiky Shield chip damage, at this HP range, Urshifu locked into Wicked Blow guarantee KOs Sneasler after a defense drop. And with a Choice Band, close combat, outspeeds, and always one-shots Glastrier with my Sneasler. And with that, one more hit to go. We have claimed the 8th Gen badge. Woo! Let's freaking go. Oh man, this feels so good. Woo! Rain badge acquired. Alright. We get the access to Waterfall. We got Ice Beam TM, pretty useful. Alright, let me save right away. Oh man. Can't believe it. We're now finally in the final split of the game, which is the Elite Four. And we don't have that much more left, it's just some optional stuff, Victory Road, and then the Elite Four itself. So, yeah. I am feeling very good. It's... Whew, I'm sweating. It was a super hot day today. Alright, well... I think that's good as a time as ever to pause. But yeah, really appreciate anyone who tuned in to watch this. If y'all like this, feel free to like. If not, appreciate everyone tuning in regardless. And yeah, I will see everyone in my next stream.